kind of the difference between what are we mandated as a board to do, what are some of those legal checks and balances, and then what is everything else that we can do. And the framing of it, especially as we talked about as the playground of governance, really helped kind of shift my mindset of governance from just like this boring old process that we have to go through. We have to hit all these milestones. We have to do this, but that it can be like a really creative, generative experience that really does actually deliver impact and does deliver results, as opposed to just, well, we have to do this because that's what we're supposed to do as a board. So I think that was a really good insight and really helped kind of shift, or I think already some of our thinking, even as we move some decision making of, okay, what is the best way to do this? And also, we're not stuck in these models. We're not stuck in this decision that we've already made. We do have that flexibility to be iterative in our processes. And I think that was a really good insight for us.
I think one of the greatest opportunities that we have at Youth Line is the opportunity to think outside really the established constructs while operating within the legal guardrails that we as a nonprofit organization have. So it was great to be able to take a step back and be able to, envision what opportunities really could be. There is really no one-size-fits-all solution to solving and improving governance. I think one thing that helped us was, again, having something at the core that we wanted to hold true, which was focusing on youth and youth development, and then allowing ideas for how we could support that in our governance, no matter what that looked like, and trying some different ideas and allowing those ideas to flow through some organizational reviews that we'll do in the future. I think, all of that is rooted in holding our core tenet to be true and just allowing the flexibility to build around that.
I think as smaller organizations, first-time board member-led, first-time management-led organizations, it can feel easy to focus on, oh, this doesn't feel like it's right, it's not working. And really it's that the systems are that limiting sometimes. And so I think the insight is that we're doing pretty well in lots of ways and have a very solid governance model in some ways. And actually it helped us see that everything else is growth work and imagining new possibilities. And recognizing that we need more dedicated time and resources to do that, which also feels really hard when you're continuously moving crisis to crisis, especially right now.
Because Youth Line is youth-led, it's queer, there's always a bit of a radical kind of ruffle feathers idea and kind of sentiment at our board and in the organization of we don't want to do things the way things have been done. We don't have to follow these old archaic models of anything, of gender, of sexuality, of governance. But at the same time, there sometimes felt like we're going to do that work, but behind the walls of, see, we're doing everything fine. We're doing everything the way you want us to. And then behind walls, we're going to be no, actually, we're going to smash everything and we're doing things completely differently. But this process kind of helped me realize that we can actually live those values out loud if we want to be working in a collaborative, creative, generative world. Then we can start doing that at our own organization. We don't need to follow kind of the old charity models. We can actually disrupt our official leadership models, our official decision-making models, and we don't have to hide behind the guise of, see, we're doing everything the way you want us to do it. Don't bother us, so that way we can do our own thing. We can fully out front say, no, we're doing things differently. We're going to have a different way of making these decisions of, we're going to consider different models of leadership. We're going to consider different models of collaboration with partners and within our organization.